Hello and welcome. You're watching Lights, Camera and Sixer. There were tears, there was joy, there was absolute delirium at the Chinnaswamy in what was one of the greatest nights for all of RCB fans. Bengaluru beat Chennai in a thriller and against all odds, they reached the playoffs. It is a redemption story for the ages. A team that only had 3% chance of making it to the top four did it in the most dramatic manner. Now, in what was truly one of the greatest comeback in the IPL history, RCB, they held their nerve to earn a stunning 27-run win over Chennai Super Kings in front of the millions of fans at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. First, RCB on the back of Faf du Plessis, Virat Kohli, Cam Green and Rajat Patidar managed to get their team to a formidable total of 218, and then Faf du Plessis' army restricted Chennai to 191-7 to get their sixth consecutive win to grab the last remaining playoff spot. While it was breathtaking and heartbreaking to see MS Dhoni sitting there after taking his team so close, the win was so special that RCB fans could not control their tears of joy. Even King Kohli and Anushka Sharma, they were seen getting emotional. Now, what that basically means in terms of the standings is that irrespective of what happens in the remaining matches, RCB, they will finish fourth ahead of Chennai, courtesy a better net run rate. Now, who they will face in the first eliminator, that is a question, and that is something that we'll have to wait and watch. Kolkata with 9 wins out of their 13 matches. They are sitting at the top of the points table. Followed by Rajasthan at this point of time. Both the teams, Rajasthan as well as Sunrisers Hyderabad, they will be playing again, and both the teams, they will try to finish in the second spot and avoid getting one-on-one with Bengaluru at this particular point of time. So the top 4 teams at this point are Kolkata, Rajasthan, Bengaluru and Sunrisers Hyderabad. That order is definitely going to change, and we'll have to wait and watch who faces off with Bengaluru in that first eliminator. And to talk about that match, we have with us Rajiv Seth. We also have Rishi Chabra and a very happy and a very smiling Vanatha Singh. Vanatha, from 3% chance of making it to the playoffs to actually making it, first of all, tell me how does that feel as an RCB fan to you?
It is unreal. It hasn't sunk in yet. It was actually 1% from 0 to 1 and then to 100. It hasn't sunk in yet, and it will take some time until we get ready for our eliminators. But it has been a journey. It has been a journey for the fans who literally had to go through everything, be with the team, and then come through this and win 6 in a row. It's been a journey, and I can't even tell. I'm falling short of words because we haven't slept all night. But yeah, that's how it is.
It is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. And Rajiv said, we are not saying this just because we have an RCB fan here on our broadcast. I'm also saying this because as a sports fan in general, this is a story that you want to see unfold. A team that hasn't really won in the first phase of their campaign. 1 win, 6 losses, and then they come back and win. Then they come back and win 6 on the trot. It definitely is something very, very special. Vanatha, let me ask you that. Were you at any point sure that RCB is they are going to be able to make it to the playoffs?
Not really, because we were not winning for a month. We literally had put a tent at the 10th position, and then we were continuously losing. So we kept taking one match at a time, and we kept holding our nerves that it's just we have nothing to lose. Let's just go out, play good cricket. If we win, we win. If we don't, we take positives from that game and we move forward. So it was not really that we are going to qualify. Even till yesterday, there was orange alert, there was rain, everything. We kept checking rain all day, but everything went in our favor. And then thank you, God, for doing this. I don't know what's ahead, but I'm just so happy for this day, from being at 10th position to qualifying. 6 wins in a row. Hope I'm not jinxing it, but it's a surreal moment for all of us.
surreal moment, and not just for any RCB fan, but a cricket fan in general who follows the IPL. And when you look at what has unfolded in front of your eyes, you obviously think about that, and you would be thinking about that for a very, very long time. Rajiv said, I also want to talk about this young gentleman named Yash Dayal. We know what happened last season, and this time around, getting hit for a mammoth six of the very first ball of his last over. And what do you think he would be telling himself when he would be bowling that particular over?
Good morning, Osama, first of all, and good morning to all viewers, lovely viewers on a Sunday morning. I know RCB fans can have a ball on this, and they deserve it. I mean, six on the trot, and commemorations to the team. But yes, Yash Dayal that you're talking about, I mean, to hold the nerves after the first ball six and a massive one, it dents you big time as a bowler. And that too when, odds are against you and with two settled batsmen. So in a way, I think he kept to his nerves and he bowled to his strengths, which is very important. Slow ball came into play, and he could vary his length a bit, and that's how he got Dhoni, and that's how he put pressure in the onward ball. So this is what T20 teaches you. As a bowler, you got to constantly strive to be ahead of the batsman, which is very difficult. It's a batsman-friendly game, but then for the bowler to come good like this, I think all kudos to Yash as well as the entire contingent. In fact, as a unit, they bowled very well, to be very frank, and that is very important. So it's not just one odd shining example which will take you through. It's always some multiple performances here and there, which makes the difference. So I think it's a good evening that we all witnessed.
Well, it was indeed a team effort, but you also obviously have to give credit to Yash Dayal for bowling that over in that pressure situation. And Rishi, we all have been talking about this. There is a story within a story. Last year, Yash Dayal getting hit for 5 sixes in an over. Rinku Singh then posting a story for Yash Dayal saying it is an incredible comeback. Fast forward to a year, Yash Dayal bowls a sensational last over to get his team to the playoff. I mean, it must have done wonders to the confidence of that young man.
Absolutely, Osama. I mean, we've seen how great leveler cricket is, and it humbles you in ways you can't even imagine. And what happened last year, I mean, Rinku Singh taking him for 5 sixes. And this year, I mean, look at how life has come a full circle. Jadeja on strike, Chennai needed 10 runs to qualify, similar to what happened last year in the finals. Chennai needed 10 runs to win the finals, and then Yash Dayal bowls two beautiful outside off deliveries, and Jadeja couldn't even score a single run. So I mean, there was a time that I thought, okay, Jadeja and Dhoni are going to win it for them, but that is how it is supposed to be. Like Varnatha said, it was all planned for RCB. There was no rain. Fab du Plessis, holding on to that catch, probably the catch of not just this season, but overall IPL. I feel, these are the small margins that win you these games and probably take you to that playoff position. And from here on, I hope RCB goes on and win their first IPL title. It will be, one of the greatest comeback in any sporting history.
Coming from a Chennai fan, I think it is not really coming from your heart, Rishi. I must say that.
No, I mean, I've said this to all the fans. Varnatha knows this as well, that if I have to support someone after Chennai Super Kings, once they're out of the playoffs, it has to be RCB. I mean, look at how much Virat has given to this team. I think he deserves an IPL trophy. And what better time, before the T20 World Cup, if they can do wonders winning the IPL trophy. I think, probably that will give these players a slight boost before the T20 World Cup as well.
There was so much happening in that match last night, and you could see the emotions coming out from everyone. You saw Virat Kohli crying. You are almost crying in one of those moments. Rajiv said, "What does this win mean personally to Virat Kohli?" I mean, they were down and out. There was no chance for RCB to make it to the playoff at one point of time. It looked absolutely impossible. And then to actually achieve it, what would be going through Virat Kohli's mind now?
First of all, Osama, you got to appreciate that they've always been a hard team to kind of contest with, and with the 9 times entry to the finals and not winning too many. So that itself is a setback in some sense. But for Virat, it's not just a milestone that before he fades away in the history of cricket. He needs to bring his prowess of IPL. And IPL is one of the best products that the world has seen. So in some sense, yes, that is also as maybe a milestone in some sense. Virat has achieved everything possible that one could, and so has MS Dhoni. But then, these little things, they matter a lot. But for the RCB fans, it's very, very important. The kind of investment that they have done with the team over the period of time. I've always believed that it's the fans who will strengthen the unit more than anything else. Look what has happened to Mumbai Indians with the change in captain and the
Yeah.
I mean, sorry to say that
Yeah.
there is a drastic change how people have taken the new change. So this is where puts additional pressure, and I think overall that's what is important. And I think it's a very good return gift by the players, and particularly by Faf and Virat to their RCB fans, and they well deserve it. But having said that, there is a lot to go ahead. I mean, it's still a journey to travel. So we hope that the best will come at the top.
Rajiv said, Rishi, I've never seen Vanatha smile this much. She has been smiling since the beginning of beginning of this show. Vanatha, I want to ask you about this. I want to ask you about Kohli and Duplessis. When those guys came out to bat and when rain interrupted play, when they came back again, it was a completely different scenario. We did not think, and looking at what was happening out on the ground, we did not imagine RCB making 200 plus runs on that particular pitch. What was going through your mind as a fan when you were watching that when you were watching that particular match unfolding in front of your eyes?
So if you ask me as a fan, so from I think day before yesterday night, we kept track of this orange alert. We kept sending in the groups the weather reports, what's happening, is it raining, is it raining around stadium, 2 kilometers away from the stadium. So that had been the buzz, and it did not rain the whole day, but it all of a sudden started raining in third over, and then we were like, we are gone now. It should not rain more than 10 minutes because then overs will get shortened. And after that, it was unplayable pitch. After the rain
Yeah.
stopped, it was like a day 4 test pitch, which we never saw. We thought we are not going to score runs, and then Virat went off. And then we are like, we are done. We are like, it's done because CSK, by the time CSK comes for batting, the pitch will get better.
Yeah.
It'll get dried up and it'll be benefited to them. But we are all gone, and they have 3 prime spinners, which can go against us, and everything we started battling up. And those runs which came from Virat's bat, those were really important at that particular time, because if he would have got out early, maybe we would have lost more wickets that point of time. But they took it from there. Then Faf was slow. Faf took it from there. Then Rajat Patidar came. Then Green. So it all followed up. So I think they have a clear role defined now from the loss where they initially had. So that's the change which we are seeing in RCB now, and I hope this continues, and maybe we can win our second trophy. One we got in WPL, one in IPL. So yeah, we all are happy now.
Well, fingers crossed for all the RCB fans. But let me get final thoughts from Rishi. Rishi, talking about this particular Chennai side, what did you make of Ruturaj's captaincy? And this is obviously a team in transition at this point of time. How do you see it panning out for Ruturaj as a captain and for this Chennai team? And the big question, and this is a question for both Rajiv Seth as well as you, will we see MS Dhoni back in yellow the next season?
I mean, $1 million question, Osama, whether we'll see him or not. But only time and MS Dhoni will answer that. So,
That's true.
as a fan, I hope he comes back. But it looks very difficult. The expression that he had, I think he had tears in his eyes once he got out.
Yeah.
So looks very highly unlikely that he'll probably come back for another season. Coming to Rituraj's captaincy, I think we'll need another year to judge where he stands as a captain for CSK when Dhoni is not around, because this time he had MS Dhoni, making all those field placements and probably helping him sometimes here and there. So probably once MS Dhoni is gone, once he's, he's in the dugout, probably then Rituraj as a captain would be judged in a better way. But overall, very happy given the situation that we were, we lost a few players to injury, few players had to go back home. for international commitment. So overall, I think we've had a great season. One game here and there probably could have taken us to the playoffs, but happy that we got till to the fifth position.
Right, absolutely. Rajiv said, one very quick final word from you. Will we see MS Dhoni back next season or not?
I doubt. I mean, I have to make it crisp and short. I doubt because of the fact that, look, fitness plays a very big role when you're talking about T20. And Dhoni is not the kind to drag along. He did it for the fans. He did it for the franchisee this year. I doubt whether he could be next year. I'm being very curt, very, very candid, but that's the way it is. And he also needs to maybe he will have a mentor role to play, so something like that. So it's always a good thing.
All right. Thank you everyone for being a part of this discussion. RCB has scripted history at Chinnaswamy. Will they be able to go all the way just like the women's team did? We'll have to wait and watch. Time now for a very short break. More news on the other side.